Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Friday, the 10th day of March. Today is National Blueberry Popover Day. Ooh, that sounds good. National Mario Day today. Are you a fan of Mario? Like Mario Kart or Mario, any of the games?
I've never really been a huge
Video game person? Yeah.
no.
When like Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers came out on Nintendo, I played so many hours of that. So for those of you wondering how old I am, that's how old right there. National Pack Your Lunch Day and National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day.
Wow,
today.
that's specific.
It is very specific. And I've got a couple of guests joining me today, Kimiko Glenn and H. Michael Croner. They are voice actors who have a new program on the Disney Channel and Disney Plus. It actually launches on the Disney Channel today. Going to chat with them about their new program, Kiff, coming up in a bit.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Believe it, achieve it. That is the key to success. According to a new study, University of Essex researchers found that hope, positive perceptions, and feelings of being in control give us a greater desire for accomplishment. You surprised so far, Heidi?
No,
The study,
not at all.
Study looked at people's reactions and emotion reasoning when faced with challenging circumstances. Interestingly, negative feelings like Heidi has, anxiety and anger, were found to act as stimulators to get tasks done, much as enjoyment and hope. So they're saying that even the negative people who were being negative, it still helped them get it done. The downside, though, to negative motivation is that dark thoughts can actually be self-sabotaging, leading to more stress. You'll have headaches and back pain and lack of sleep. Researchers concluded overall hope was the healthiest way to get that spark of success to promote long-term happiness. So
They really needed to do a study on this.
Well, probably not. They just probably discovered there was a grant that they could get, and that was the easiest one. I don't know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know the short-term consequences of not getting enough good sleep are noticeable? Trouble concentrating, being short-tempered with loved ones. But a new study published recently said in the Journal of American Heart Association said that poor quality sleep patterns could also increase your risk for developing cardiovascular disease. That's not good. Researchers found those with irregular sleep durations varying by 90 minutes to more than 2 hours within a week were about 1.4 times more likely to have a higher buildup of plaque in the coronary arteries. So they're saying not only will you be sleepy, it could also kill you too. So maybe you do need to get some more beauty sleep. That's what I'm saying. I am one who I don't require a lot of sleep, and Heidi really doesn't require a lot of sleep. But according to this, we should probably get more sleep.
Everybody could use more sleep.
Yeah.
And I honestly do believe that I could sleep all day, every day, and I would be a very, very happy girl. Unfortunately.
It's just when it's time for you to sleep, you can't sleep. Yeah.
Right.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Succession creator Jesse Armstrong has hinted at considering the prospect of a spinoff from the worldwide hit TV show. British writer recently reported that online, and folks are excited about it. Alec Baldwin, by the way, back in the news, facing a different lawsuit from the same incident on the Rust set. So he's named in a new lawsuit that just recently came out. He and some other people involved in that one. And then we're going to spend the rest of our time talking about this. Bob Saget, who passed away,
Yes.
sadly, his former LA home is now finally purchased. It had been for sale for a while. A year after the comedian's unexpected death, there is now a new owner of the home. 6-bedroom, 7-bath house, sold for $5.4 million. It was listed at $7.7 million. And then they dropped it to 6.9, and they finally sold it for 5.4. So his wife Kelly said the property is too much of a burden, decided to unload it despite all of the fond memories that they shared there. But she was just saying, I can't keep it. That would be tough. That would be really tough.
That would be a hard decision.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. A 99-year-old man and a 98-year-old woman from Baltimore recently celebrated 80 years of marriage. How cool is that? 80 years. So he was 18. No, he was 19. She was 18 when they got married. Now, again, 99 and 98. That is really, really cool. So, are you ready for another workplace term, Heidi?
Sure.
How about this one? Quiet hiring. So we've talked about quiet quitting, right?
Yeah.
Quiet quitting is where people just, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep taking your paycheck, but I'm not going to put in any effort anymore. I'm going to just coast until I find something else. And that's been happening forever.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they now have a name for it, quiet quitting. Well, what is quiet hiring? That's when rather than hire new workers, employees reallocate current employees to take on different projects. So, employers rather take current employees and they give them new things in the company on a temporary basis, maybe on a permanent basis. Quiet hiring isn't a new concept. The term is. It seems to be happening more and more often, though. While you can certainly see the benefits to the employer, it can also be good for the worker, too. It can help you keep from getting bored at your job while adding new skills to challenge you. So if your boss tells you that, hey, you're about to be quietly hired, they probably won't say that, by the way. Experts suggest that you take a moment to digest the information and take stock of the possible positives and negatives of the new role that you might be taking on. Next, ask logical questions like how long you're expected to be in this position, and who is your new manager going to be? And of course, what is my new pay going to be? And then remember, you were deemed the best candidate to fill the position. So they say to having a thriving career today, you must be committed to constantly evolve and enhance your skills. Next, ask about advancement possibilities. So they're saying when you accept the new thing, say, all right, what's after this?
And how much more am I going to make if I'm taking on additional work?
Heidi quietly hires me all the time. I see more. I'm like, I'm doing that now? What? All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guests today, we've got two of them, Kimiko Glenn and H. Michael Croner, and they've got a new program that starts today on Disney Channel, and then it'll be on Disney Plus next week. Let's start with Kimiko. Tell me a little bit about your character on Kiff.
Yeah, Kiff is a squirrel. She is, ever the optimist. She's an overachiever. She's very passionate, energetic, down for anything. Ready to adventure with her friend Barry, who is played by H. Michael Croner. Say hi, H.
Hi, H.
And he plays Barry. If you want to chime in and tell us a little bit about Barry.
Yeah, Barry is a blue bunny, kind of like shaped a little bit like a jelly bean with tiny spindly legs. And he is a very sweet, emotional guy who wears his heart on his sleeve and loves Kiff and is generally, I would say, kind of on the chill side, but has like the sort of like repressed emotions of someone who can at any moment like sort of break out into a big emotion. The kind of friend who like once a month you have to like hold while they sob uncontrollably.
Nice. Now, the program actually starts today on the Disney Channel, next week on Disney Plus. But H, let's start with you this time. When did you actually start working on this project?
Well, I think we actually recorded the pilot during the pandemic. I was in my office in my house with a bunch of pillows around me on a recording setup that Disney had sent over. It was a very weird time, but it was really nice to be making some art with some really nice people, and the whole process has been so exciting. It's been awesome working with Kimiko and Nick and Lucy, the creators, who are from South Africa. Nick is an artist and a musician, and Lucy is a writer, and they're just amazing people, and the vision of the show has been so great.
Mm-hmm.
Kimiko, was it kind of the same for you during the pandemic, doing stuff at home like that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when H was just talking, I got a flash of, like, I was in my closet on the hardwood floor in the heat of summer, just sweating my butt off, no ventilation, like, recording this pilot. And I just I even think, like, I had just moved into my home. My mattress on the floor. It was like a very crazed time. But so fun because, there are so few things that you could kind of get away with or do or even work on during the pandemic. And it was sort of a blessed thing to be able to have a job,
Yeah.
and to be able to like play and be expressive in this way.
And you've been working with these characters now for a couple of years, but they finally get to come out today on the Disney Channel. Do you think people are going to fall in love with your characters?
No, just kidding.
Not at all. Unlikable, miserable people. You watch them for 5 minutes and be done with it.
No, I think they're so fun. I mean, Kiff is, kind of the ringleader of things. She gets an idea and she goes for it. And Barry is so lovable. I think that if they don't fall in love with Kiff, they're going to fall in love with Barry. And or Helen, who's played by Lucy Evans. She's one of the creators of the show. And she's so brilliant. I think she comes in episode 2, but I'm excited for the world to meet Helen.
Yeah, Helen's a maniac. I think you'll fall in love with Barry. I think Barry's fun because he kind of just hangs out and is pretty passive until he can't take it anymore. Which I don't know if anybody. I relate to this behavior. I relate to like keeping my stuff together until I absolutely can't. And so I don't know. I think Barry's like emotional outbursts are partly my favorite part of being that character.
Now, you guys talked about working at home to record like the demos, but when you're doing the actual project, are you in a studio together working?
Yeah, it's over Zoom. We had some opportunities to do like little Zoom ensemble records with the two of us, and that was lovely. But we actually hadn't met in person until a few weeks ago, which is pretty wild. Yeah, we've been working on this for years.
That is really
cool. We were just, one of us was leaving a record and the other one was going in. We're like, oh my God, hi, how's it going?
We didn't even plan it. They're trying to keep us apart.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a whole lot of fun. Thanks for your time today.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us.
Kiff premieres today on the Disney Channel. All of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Squirrels can climb trees faster than they can run on the ground. That's pretty cool.
I've seen them do that.
Yeah, me too. I love squirrels, by the way. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The best-selling Hot Wheels vehicle is the Chevy Corvette. I could see that.
Okay.
When I was a kid, when I had Hot Wheels, I had a couple of those. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The number one cause of burglar alarm activation is owner error.
I'm sure.
By the way, burglaries are number 7 on the list. I don't have all of the others. Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In hockey, there's a thing called a face-off. You know what it used to be called?
What?
A puck-off. And then there was way too many
I bet there was.
things that were like, we should probably not call it that. It doesn't sound
bet
good,
there was.
even though there is a puck involved. A face-off is, probably better. So there you go.
funny.
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Heidi, question. Which activity do 85% of couples claim that doing together has improved their relationship? 85%.
Going for walks.
No, cooking. Although Heidi disagrees. When I try to help, she pokes me with a fork and tells me to leave the room.
I kind of prefer.
She's like, hey, fatty, you
have
eat
the
the food.
kitchen.
I cook the food. Get out of here. I'm like, I just want to. No, you just want to eat half of it before I cook it. She knows what I'm up to.
I'd be totally fine with help cleaning up.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not in the survey, so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I kind of figured.
Not in the cards. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. I actually had to click and watch this video because it's just such a ridiculous thing. California man whose tongue has earned him a Guinness World Record has found an unusual way to put that tongue to work: painting. Nick Strobel, who is awarded the world record longest tongue from tip to teeth in 2012, showed off unusual painting skills on an appearance on TV, a show called This Morning. He wraps his tongue in plastic before dipping in a paint and then drawing on a canvas. He's been given the nickname Licasso.
Oh my gosh.
For his unusual paintings.
Oh my gosh.
His paintings, by the way, have sold for up to $1,200. They're not great paintings, but he's
$1,200.
Yeah, but he's painting them with his tongue. So his tongue, by the way, sticks out 3.97 inches. That's like a 4-inch tongue that sticks out. You can touch his nose, does all kinds of fun little tricks. But painting is the one that Licasso. That's his. I've got a link. You can see it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. This is going to be a controversial list, Heidi.
Uh-oh.
The most boring sports. This is according to people on Reddit, so don't be mad at me. It says the first year when
Boring
kids...
to watch or boring to play?
I don't know. It says the first year when kids pitch in baseball, an entire game strikes out and walks 100% of the time. So apparently they're saying rowing. They said this was a competitive rower, and they said it's just boring. Pro fencing. They say it's not entertaining at all. It's where people are fighting with swords.
Yeah.
Microsoft Excel World Championship.
What?
That is
sport?
Apparently.
That's not a sport.
Well, it's one of the world's most boring sports, according to this list. Surfing. They say hours of contestants just bobbing in the ocean waiting for a wave that nobody has control over. Fishing. It's just like, surfing, but now there's fish involved. You're just sitting around waiting most of the time. Boxing and MMA fights where there's two defensive fighters. Nothing more boring than watching people just walk in circles. As a cyclist, they say cycling is very boring. Another one, Formula One fans say that can be pretty boring. Golf, according to the experts, is boring, and water polo made the list. I've got the entire list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current smartphone. At mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at mintervention.com. That's mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Charles de Gaulle, who said, "He who laughs last didn't get the joke."
That is true.
I've actually seen that happen before. And it's interesting because
And I've seen that quote.
I've seen it where one person will laugh and then like a group around that person will laugh and then the rest of the people will laugh. And you're like, I wonder if the one person got it or if they just, were doing an experiment to see if they could make everybody laugh. But all right, quote of the day comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. I love these kind of stories. Canadian woman chats with a homeless man and offers him a job on her farm. Yeah, she's helping change this man's life. A few weeks ago, Daniel McCuff of Newcastle, Ontario, said she saw Brian Bannister collecting change on the street and decided to strike up a conversation. They talked for about 20 minutes before she invited him to come and work on her farm the next day. He was living in a shed. The 60-year-old said he overcame an addiction, survived abuse, and lost a couple of wives. 2 years ago, he had thrown in the towel and had just given up. He's 60 years old. He's like, I just can't catch a break.
Wow.
And then this lady came out of nowhere. Said it floored me. It just came from the heart with her, and I get to say thank you now to her every single day.
Aww.
Every day, McDuff and Bannister and others, they clean out stalls and haul hay on this farm. 200 animals, goats, cows, horses, dogs. She said that she got him his first haircut in 2 years, got him a phone,
Wow.
and launched a GoFundMe page to help him, get his own place and get on his own feet. And I'm going to click on here and see the GoFundMe page. They were asking for a goal of $5,000, and they've pretty much hit that goal. So,
Wow.
and I think that's really cool. Instead of going, well, he needs like $900,000. No, it was just
Right.
going, hey, enough to get him on his feet, and then he can do the rest. And I love that. This is such a cool story. If you're interested, I do have a link to the story. In that story, there's a link to that GoFundMe. Again, all of the details can be found in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.